Hey everybody, it's time to do some more work on the Jetta. This time around one of the motor mounts is bad. I could feel it while driving the car. It felt like the engine was moving around a lot. I'm not sure if it's the engine or transmission mount, so let's give them the wiggle test. First I'll try the right side. It seems okay. So let's try the left side. That feels pretty loose. Let me put the camera at a different angle so you can see it better. Okay, so the transmission mount is bad. Let's replace it. The transmission mount's hiding under the air cleaner box, so I'll need to remove that. I'm also going to remove the engine cover and the intake hose so you guys can see better, but you don't need to do that. You only need to remove the air cleaner box. Before removing the air cleaner box, I need to disconnect the electrical plug for the mass airflow sensor. This electrical plug is always a pain to deal with. There's also a vacuum hose that needs to be disconnected. Yeah, that's it, right there. The air cleaner box has two mounting bolts, here and here. Just remove those two bolts and finagle it out. I had to remove the battery cover to make some room. Now we can see the transmission mount, right there. And here you can see how loose the transmission mount is. Some of the mounting bolts for the transmission mount are hidden under this plastic wire loom, but the VW engineers were nice enough to put some holes in the loom so we can access those bolts. We just need to remove the cover from the wire loom. Let's start at the top. Pull the weather strip out of the way, then use a small screwdriver to release the tabs that hold the cover in place. There are two tabs near the top and two near the bottom. Then you can rotate the cover up and out. And here you can see one of those hidden bolts. Speaking of which, let's remove that one first. There are two more bolts that attach the mount to the chassis. I'll remove those next. There's a hole in the wire loom to access one of those bolts. Here you can see it from a different angle. There are two bolts that attach the mount to the gearbox. They're the only thing holding up the gearbox. So before I remove them, I'm going to support the gearbox from underneath with a floor jack. I'll jack it up until I can see the mount come loose from the chassis. Actually, I'll set you guys on top of the engine so you can watch. Nope, not there yet. A little bit more. There we go. Okay, let's get those two bolts. I had to lower the engine a little bit to make some room. Now it's time to install the new mount. I torqued the 2 big bolts before removing the jack because I didn't want to be fighting against the weight of the drivetrain. I also got the other 3 bolts started by hand to make sure everything is lined up. I don't want to be fighting with that when the whole weight of the drivetrain is resting on that mount. Also, here are the torque specs for the bolts. Okay, that's it. This job was pretty easy. I just need to reinstall the air cleaner box and stuff. See you next time.